Hello and welcome back. This time I'm going to review Wolverine Exile by Bruce Jones and George Lucas. George with a J, not a G. And this is a tale very much that is trying to be Freudian, very deep, thought-provoking, physical manifestations of emotional endeavor, and trying to be Memento, that Christopher Nolan film. First Christopher Nolan film I ever saw. Great film. Me and my sister fucking could talk hours on that film and how cool it is. And a little bit of Silent Hill. Good Silent Hill, because when Silent Hill is written badly, it's just written just as generic horror place with town full of monsters. Good Silent Hill when the monsters are physical manifestations of the characters' demons, and it's their own personal hell that they're going through, and at the end somehow I hope the characters are resolved or made better or stronger from it. And from this, I'm not entirely sure if Wolverine is made stronger as a person or as a mutant. In here, Wolverine is played kind of dumb. I'd like to say, I think Wolverine is more kind of instinctually and culturally smart, but not socially when it comes to. He's a very private man, a private person. He likes a good drink, he likes a good smoke, but not in this one because Joe Quesada's editor-in-chief. What have you. But he's a man who enjoys a good sleep with a woman. He's let me make it sound so trivial, but he is he's definitely driven by his hungers, physical, emotional, and stuff, and instinctual, because that's the type of guy he is. He's probably, quick to anger and quick to tears. He has a very, I don't want to say loose cap on his emotions, but he is very much, I don't know where I'm going. I'm distracted. But what I can say about this is it's quite. I really like when Wolverine is shown as the fatherly type, the very much the girl, the innocent girl toward the morally comprehensible male. I like that father figure and platonic love back and forth they have. Miko is a very smart cookie. I don't know where she came from. All we learn from here, we don't learn about her mother or why he is fostering her. But it is kind of shown they do have a good repertoire back and forth, that, dealing with the kind of embarrassment that she does have with him in public. And most of this tale is sprung off of Wolverine loses his temper at a carnival, and he's done something very terrible, and we switch to that he wakes up onto an island, presumably a deserted island, but he finds there a young boy, girl, and a giant slobbering Wookiee-like of a beast prowling the woods at night, and is always besting Wolverine in a fight. And Wolverine dies a couple times in here, or close to death moments, and once he dies, it's like Groundhog Day. He wakes up again on the beach, but still his clothes are torn. It's just that, he lost a life, new life. He wakes up, he gets it's like Fable 2, you get a visible scar if you lose, and his healing factor is not working preferably on this island, so he can be wounded. There's some funny things Wolverine says in here. There's a great part that he says that he likes Norman Rockwell's paintings. Check out Christopher Tuttis, Norman Rockwell is Bleeding, for comedy fans. Norman Rockwell is known to draw very wholesome family, old-timey pictures. I don't know, maybe Wolverine's being ironic, I'm not entirely sure. But in here we show that Wolverine doesn't really give a shit that people know he's a mutant or not. He isn't ashamed of it. He's like, well, I don't care, fuck them. It's my business, and they shouldn't tell me how I should live or judge me, because there's a scene where Wolverine is at a carnival game, and he's throwing a ball at a bunch of empty milk jugs, like they were, and there's a couple behind him being very, I guess, bigoted toward him. It's like, oh my god, look at him. He looks like some type of werewolf, man-wolf. He looks like a badger. Who's that beast? And he plays another carnival game to make it up to Miko. And this time he's throwing knives, and he does something very irrational. He accidentally kills someone. He kills Jojo, the dog-faced boy, or he was called the Yeti Man. He has that very kind of lycanthropy condition that makes that kind of convince people that there are werewolves in the mid 1300s of Europe and stuff, and that sprung out the legend of the werewolf and stuff like that. And it becomes very Freudian and all, how the beautiful woman is possibly a adult version of a Miko, and he wants her love, and the love is no longer platonic but now romantic. It's very, it's not really called incestuous because they're not blood related. He pulled what's his name, Jewish director, and he had I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, but aside from that, it was okay. It's not the Wolverine I really wanted. I want Wolverine doing something else. In here, it is very much him going through a personal hell. And I guess I can appreciate that in some form, that there is some turmoil with him and his the difficulty for him to keep a lid on his anger. And another reason I love Wolverine, because, Marvel actually acknowledges Canada exists, and it's kind of nice having a Canadian superhero. Or it's debatable if he's a superhero or not, but he does throw in a costume once in a while. Though Wolverine is probably the most iconic, or most instantly recognizable out-of-costume superhero, because he's a very distinct look with like the forked hair and the mutton chops and the kind of gruff, grimacing Clint Eastwood wrinkled face and the gruff voice. It's very distinctive that he's a very rugged individual. That's probably his appeal to me. it's that whole posturing alpha male stuff. Aside from that, I'd only recommend this to the most hardcore of Wolverine fans. See what else comes up, and see you later.